Hey, thanks for joining us for another battle report. I'm with my friend here, Ben.
Hey.
And we play here in Orlando together. We've played at Crucible together. We've played around the shop together, but this is actually my first time ever playing Ben.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of making my rounds, playing everybody that I don't ever get to play. So, and I'm putting myself through the hard paces. So Ben got third place at Crucible this past year, and I decided to change up my army, and I decided to play third place at Crucible, so we'll see how it goes. I changed my army from Tempest-ized Cities of Sigmar to the Living City, and we're going to try to throw a little secret tech at you and see if that works.
I'm excited.
And I'll see how bad Flesh Eater Courts tears me up. So tell me about your list.
It's a 3 Terrorgeist list. It's got 2 of the abhorrents on it, and the last one doesn't have a rider. It's got the Ghoul Patrol on it, and Arc Regent. And that's pretty much the whole list. 1970 points.
1970?
Yep.
All right, so you beat me.
Yep.
Because I have 2,000, so
Okay.
you get the Triumph. Let's not forget that.
Okay.
We went ahead and, a little bit about my army. I got the Living City. I've got, Rune Lord, 10 Iron Drakes, 20 Iron Drakes, 10 Longbeards, 10 Longbeards, Hurricaneum, not Battle Mage, Battle Mage on the side, the Knight Azeros, 2 Gyrocopters, separate units, and Celestin Prime, and 9 Prosecutors. So, shaking it up. I know that's not super competitive, but hey, I'm having fun. So, I just painted my Celestin Prime.
Right.
I got to play him before, he goes to Compendium or something weird. The other thing is we rolled up. We know where we're playing. We're playing in Akshi, and we're playing at Battle for the Pass.
Yep.
So we got Battle for the Pass, and let's get this game going. What do you think?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
You might notice a little difference in this game. We're not rolling too many dice. I wanted to try a little bit of a new format, but we're going to get back to the game here in just a second. Before we do, I want to let you know that we have some dice. If you like dice, you like rolling dice, you like themed dice, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this video, and we'll choose a lucky winner for 12 new WARlando dice.
End of turn 1 for Cities of Sigmar. I went to the top of the turn because Ben gave me first go. And so really all I did was just move up a little bit here, kind of created a little bit of a buff, moved my guys around. I took this objective right here, and I took that objective up there, and I took this objective over here with my gyrocopters. Just to let you know, I forgot a case of mine at a local game store, and it has my Hurricaneum planets, and it has my gyrocopter rotor blades. So that's why you don't see those on the table. So sorry about that. And this is my conversion of my Knight Azeros. As you can see here, he's converted Grombrindle riding a gyro bomber and Brock suit thing, and that's my Knight Azeros. So. Also, during the hero phase, we did a volcanic roll here, and his Ben's Terrorgeist there took 2 mortal wounds. Did not save those. So I have 2 points here, 2 points here, and 1 point in the back. So that's 5 points for Cities. Top of turn 1. Now it's Ben's turn.
All right, so had a really good roll. I got a 12 with my Spectral Host spell on my general. Meant I could run and charge with all 3 Terrorgeists because they were all within 12 inches. So they just ran across the board. They've already deleted a gyrocopter over here from Screaming from this model. And then over there that one only did 2 wounds. At the end of my movement phase, I deployed my Ghoul Patrol. And also did summoning over here. That came from that Terrorgeist. And one unit of 10 ghouls was able to charge into the Longbeards over here. And And then another unit of 10 on the other flank were able to charge in. An extra 10 back there in the courtier as well. And got a lot of killing to do. All right.
All right, we got a lot of attacks going here. Bottom of turn 1, already into combat. So that's the end of combat. No bravery checks here because, well, he did do a bravery check and he passed. I don't have to take a bravery because I only lose 2 guys and they're bravery 8. I don't take one here because they lost 2 guys and they're bravery 8 as well. Ben controls this objective, and this objective, so he has 5 points and I have 5 points. So we are now tied going in to round 2. Priority for turn 2. 3. Ah, yes. 6. Ouch. All right, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
You
I'm
sure?
gonna take a double. Absolutely.
All right.
It's gonna hurt. All right, so far in turn 2, since I've got a double turn, I've moved up my Terrorgeists and charged in. I moved up, the unit of 10 ghouls over here and charged in. Moved up my unit of flayers over there and charged in, basically getting everyone in combat. These 2 are the only 2 Terrorgeists that were able to make their charge. This guy got 5-inch. And then I've moved my Arc Regent up to try and eventually start casting spells again. And time for combat.
Looking pretty bleak for the cities here. Let's do combat.
So we are at the end of combat, and since the general charged, he went first, pretty much annihilated the unit of Iron Drakes. He went once and then spent a command point for him to go again. I think they were down to 2 Iron Drakes at that point. Then the Terrorgeist with no rider went after him. Only did 1 round of combat. There were only a few of the Longbeards left after that.
Basically, we had some action over here. You kind of whittled down my Longbeards. Did a couple wounds, or did a handful of wounds. I used a CP at the end, keep them in from battle shock. You only did 1 wound on these Iron Drakes. I did only like 1 wound on each there.
And then over here, it was the Flayers charging into your Lord Celston.
No, the Knight Azeros.
Nice Knight Azeros.
And they killed the Knight Azeros right out. So he's done. These ghouls whittled down the remainder of the Longbeards here, and then they died to the rest of Battle Shock. Yep. Here's my carnage from this turn. And then, so that's pretty much what you did.
Yeah.
Terrorgeists, they hit heavy.
Yeah, they hurt if you can get them in.
Yeah, and just to think, so this guy, he comes in, he fights at the top of the combat phase, then he uses a command ability to then fight first.
Fight again immediately
or to
after
fight again.
That. Right.
And then we go into
and then
combat
we get
priority.
To choose. Right.
So then you go first, so he could potentially attack
4 times.
4 times.
Because if I spend command points on both Terrorgeists.
Oh, that's right.
That's 4 attacks of
Yeah,
Terrorgeists.
so he's potential of 4 attacks. So luckily my screen kept him from bleeding in any farther.
Yeah.
But it still was a lot of carnage. So, hey, bottom of round 2. Let's see what happens.
All right.
I still got some guys in the sky, and I can answer back here. So.
You know what? I completely forgot about that.
All right, let's see what happens.
Ray for Galmaraz.
Bottom of turn 2, the Cities of Sigmar have left the building and gone as far away as they could from these guys. So, to recap here, my Rune Lord got off his buff to give the remaining Iron Drakes that were over here +1 to rend. The Longbeards chose to give rerolls of 1 to wound, to dispossessed in the 12 inches. The Battle Mage cast the bridges. He got a 6 with his modifiers, and the Flesh Eater Courts could not unbind.
Ran away.
So the dwarves got in, and they exited it over here to get that objective and get within shooting range. So then at the end of the movement phase, our prosecutors dropped in over here, and the Celestin Prime dropped in over there. So cities are in it at least for a couple more turns. We'll see.
Hopefully.
And time for some shooting. The Cities of Sigmar have taken 3 objectives in the end here. Just to recap my shooting, the Iron Drakes shot from here along with the Hurricanum, and we took out one of the Terrorgeists over here. Unfortunately, there are still 2 left. Ben did use his
Once per
artifact.
game artifact, yep.
So the Ragged Cloak
Yep.
has been burned. I don't think it's going to be a big deal because I don't know how long those guys are going to stick around. But the prosecutors dropped in and they shot with their hammers, and then they used a CP with the Living City to move 6 inches after the shooting. And so they moved into this objective. They rolled the charge against the what is your guy?
Archregent.
The Archregent, and they took him out in combat. So here we are, the Celestin Prime, the prosecutors control those 2 objectives, and that group controls that objective. So we are sitting at 12 points to 13 points going into round 3, and now we got to figure out priority.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I need to go first, I think.
I think so.
'cause Otherwise, you're going to shoot another Terrorgeist off, and I'm not sure how much else I can do there.
Yeah, so round 2 double turn was a big deal.
Yeah.
You took out like half my army.
Yeah.
Round 3, this is very important for me.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
all right, here we go. 6.
Ah, dang.
Woohoo! All right,
That's gonna hurt.
I fight to live another round. Coming at you,
I
Ben.
have more summoning to do. This is gonna suck.
So top of the round 3, Cities of Sigmar have moved. First off with the hero phase, just to go back real quick, it's actually the points are 13 to Cities of Sigmar, 14 to Flesh Eater Courts. So I said that improperly before. It's 13 to 14.
Right. I've got 14. You've got 13.
Correct.
Okay.
And so I did not get my CP from the adjutant, so I only got 1 CP so far. I tried to cast Stoked Rage. I failed it. Ben did unbind it. And then I just did, I did cast a prayer to give +1 to Rend from the Rune Lord. So he's back here, and he's given it to the Iron Drakes. And then the Longbeards over here are just going to give rerolls of 1 to wound in the 12-inch buff. The Celestin Prime moved up to here. The prosecutors moved up to here, and now we're going to go into the shooting phase, and then the charges and combat. So, be back in a moment. Okay, to recap, top of round 3 for shooting and combat, the Celestin Prime. First, the Iron Drakes shot in at his king. They did a lot of wounds, about 8 wounds. The Hurricanum did 5 mortal wounds, so he was at 13. He had like 1 left. Celestin Prime shot in. He hit 2 mortal wounds to the 1 Terrorgeist, 3 mortal wounds to the king, killed off the king. So then the prosecutors all shot in towards the Terrorgeist. They did about 7 wounds. And then they charged in for the combat phase to do another 5. So the Terrorgeist is sitting at 12, and the prosecutors took 2 wounds and survived battle shock. So I went ahead and scored all points, and so I got another 9. Put me at 22 to 14. Bottom of round 3 coming.
And so I just my ghouls here. I've already charged these flares. And just kind of move everybody up, trying to take this objective and kill some guys. Hopefully get back in this game.
All right, we'll go into combat.
I moved up, charged in. First used my Terrorgeist to kill some of your flyers. Only got about 3. And then we piled in the ghouls. did nothing with all your saves on there, and the flares were out of range because of the way you removed your models. So that was all I could do in that combat phase. And looking at the scenario for my army, looks like I can't win, so giving up and conceding the victory to you.
All right. So you took 4 points there.
Yeah, I did.
Put you to 18 to 22.
Right.
So thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game, man.
And I guess we'll see what we thought. So there you have it. That's the end of. We went ahead and conceded at bottom of round 3.
Yep.
Store's going to close, but it also kind of looks like there's not much coming back from where we are. So that was my first game with the Living City. I think I got lucky with the priority to round 3, which allowed me to drop in, I had already dropped in my guys, but it allowed me to just take out some more Terrorgeists, which is what I needed to do. Because if you had gotten priority on that, I would have
run in.
He would have done exactly what he did in round 1. So it would have been a repeat. So what do you? Flesh Eater Courts, nasty. Don't get into combat. Don't even think that you can screen them from combat. They will just destroy you. So
unless you're Slaanesh.
Unless you're Slaanesh. But what do you think?
Flesh Eater Courts are nasty. Just really good army, especially if you build around the crazy stuff they can do with Gristlegore. If you're in combat and you kill Terrorgeist, they can just fight back. Which would be terrifying. Obviously, against a shooting list like Cities here, that's useless.
Yeah. But you did bring the Ragged Cloak, which made me rethink my first turn movement.
Right.
And so I was like, I don't think I want to try to get up there in his face and try to take out some Terrorgeists. But you know what? You got in there anyway.
Yeah.
So
crazy roll with the soul spell. The run and charge spell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because you got like 12.
I got 12, so that gave all 3 of my Terrorgeists the run charge roll.
Yep. So. Yeah, so, well, anyway, I think I think that's the thing with that game, with the game, you know, the swinginess of, like, if you get priority, you can get in there and maybe, you know, change the game a little bit. So I got lucky. Flesh Eater Courts, nasty.
Yep.
So thanks for playing, man.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you next time.
All right.